Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. Guys, today's Inauguration Day. So, what I thought what we would do this morning, as Trump's literally being sworn in at the moment of the recording of this video, we're going to walk through the things that we can expect and was promised to us to destroy the executive orders and the gun control that the Biden White House put in through the administration in the stroke of a pen. I'm going to show you what he promised. I'm going to keep it on record, and we are going to keep the pressure up. This is how we do what we need to do. Make sure you guys share this video out, you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because the freedom train has been rolling this whole time, but now we get to kick it into overdrive because it's time to roll, baby. All right, let's get into this because I have got to show you, just to remind you, what we can expect today or this coming week. This would make my year already. All right, this is from GOA, of course, because they're awesome. Here we go. Check it out.
Under a Trump administration, all of those Biden disasters get ripped up and torn out. My first week, but maybe my first day in office, okay? Maybe my first. The so-called pistol brace rule, which orders law-abiding citizens to register or surrender guns with certain equipment. You know that. Many of you are forced to do it. I don't know. Is everybody doing it as per their demand? Who in this group has done it?
Yeah.
There's a hand way back there. And now Biden is trying to ban all...
So let's just start with the first one. that rule that was enacted by the ATF to classify pistol braces and firearms and pistol braces as NFA items, which was complete bullcrap, and we all know it, and everyone knows it, and even the court system knows it. He rips that out by the root, an executive order, just yanks it out. That's an immediate victory. Now, we can talk about a few different pieces to this. We can do some 4D chess, some 3D chess, and some potential futures. Like, for example, is it actually better to let it run through the court system in order to get a absolute answer on this so that they can never do it again permanently? Or is it better to rip it out from the root through the executive agency, through what Trump would do in this statement, and get rid of it instantly, but it can always return? That's a conversation we can have on another video. There's a lot of things that you need to be aware of how that works. But let's continue. So the pistol brace rule, that's the first one he's talking about. Let's keep going.
Private gun transfers in the United States with the stroke of a pen. Let's ban them all. Under a Trump administration, all of those Biden disasters get ripped up and torn out. My first week, but maybe my first day in office, okay? Maybe my first.
All right. So we've got pistol braces. We've got undoing all the unjust Biden executive orders and regulations that were applied by the stroke of a pen. You have the who's a dealer in the firearms. I'd be interested to see what they do there. Pistol braces. Go on, I'm listening. This is the crown jewel right here, guys, and we can get this quickly. Okay, I'm here for that. Let's keep going.
At noon on Inauguration Day, we will sack the anti-gun fanatic Steve Dettelbach. Have you ever heard of him?
This one doesn't matter.
And replace him with an ATF director who respects the sacred rights to keep and bear arms.
All right. So that's a very important one, right? And some of you right now are typing Brandon Herrera for ATF director. I mean, I don't know. Let's explore that a little bit. One, obviously the promise there of Steve Dettelbach getting fired, that doesn't really matter because he already resigned, he's out the door, he got his 80% receiver and he's out. Then you've got, sorry, it's SHOT Show, my phone's going to be going crazy. Do not disturb. Then you've got putting in a positive ATF director. Now, why that's important? Because you can do one of two things with that ATF director position. You can either leave it vacant and have a temporary director, which happened for a very long time, or you can have an acting director that respects the sacred Second Amendment rights, is what he was just referring to. I personally am on the side of putting someone very positive who understands the entire system in on the gun rights side. Then we can really rip it out by the root. I'm not going to be a big fan of the leaving it vacant so it can't do any more good. I want to literally utilize that position to undermine the entire agency. That's what I want. I'll say it on the internet. I have no problem doing it. They have led to multiple instances where people have died, multiple of infringements on the Second Amendment. Let's go ahead and curtail the power and really cut this down. But anyway, let's keep going.
The Biden administration is trying to crush independent firearms dealers by revoking their licenses if they make a single error, even in very unimportant paperwork. You know that Biden has implemented a vicious zero tolerance policy. Do you know what that is? It's not good. That revokes the license of independent firearms dealers if they make a single minor error, little tiny error, they're out of business.
The way this guy talks, I love him here for it. Yeah, absolutely, it's hilarious. Okay, so now this is an important one. The zero tolerance policy from the Biden administration. I did a video on Friday that announced and showed you guys that the ATF actually withdrew that entire policy and went back to the de facto policy prior to that, which was not the zero tolerance. Now, the zero tolerance policy enacted and destroyed a whole lot of FFLs. They went after the supply chain of the Second Amendment. That's the entire point. It's quite clear and obvious. They were sued by Michael Cargill, same guy who won the Cargill case for the bump stock bans, and they withdrew the policy once they were in court because they knew they were going to get smoked on it. It was an executive agency move in order to pressure gun sellers so they could curtail guns. That is literally the whole thing. It's been revoked because they were sued and nature is correcting itself. So that one, you can't hold them to because it's already been done. But let's continue.
I will protect the right of self-defense everywhere it is under siege, and I will sign concealed carry reciprocity.
Now that last one is pretty important. We're going to go big screen for this one. Signing national concealed carry reciprocity is a very big deal. That would be a massive win. You're talking about effectively constitutional carry in all states if you're from a red state, and if you're in a blue state, it sets you up for lawsuits against your own state because the red states have an advantage in your own state that the blues don't. That's exactly what would happen, right? If he truly gets this over the finish line, this will be the furthest growth in the gun world, the gun rights world, in a very long time. So if you look at this in summation, what he promised in his first week, maybe my first day, I don't know, it's a terrible errors. You're looking at the zero tolerance policy gone. That's already gone. You're looking at pistol brace revocation, whether it's ripped out by the root or the court system is allowed to continue to make it permanent. That's possible. You've got who's in the business of dealing firearms. That's going to be under pressure. And then you've got the national carry reciprocity. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This could be a very good week. We're going to stay on this, of course. But if Trump genuinely does some of the things that he has promised here, we're in for a very good direction, particularly if we get a good, strong, solid ATF director that is connected to the infrastructure of which we've built to disseminate this information. That'd be huge. And the other thing that I'll say in wrapping this video, this is all coming down to you guys. You're going to have to get on the phones. You're going to have to get on your emails. You're going to have to get on your socials. You're going to have to send all the stuff that we're pumping out everywhere, because the more momentum and the more energy that's put forward from you guys, it will affect the actions of those that matter getting what you want. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think. Which ones of these things do you think is going to happen, if any, if all? And I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.